Special City Council meeting back to order. We're going to go to the reading of the ordinances. Third reading, ordinance 2024-63, an ordinance amending sections 1, 2, and 3 of the ordinance 2023-77. Adopting ordinance.
Open. When this was first brought up, I'm hearing the ask that we want to go to full time. We want to give a 34% pay increase. I mean, it would be hypocritical of me not to analyze this the way I analyze the expenditures of every other department. It's not fair for me to criticize them on everything they do and not this ask here. I mean, this position was created and adopted by the last council. It was planned to go for X amount of time until our current clerk retired and had a pay rate there that was agreed upon, and now 11 months later we come and say, hey, we wanted 16 additional hours and 34% pay increase, and it doesn't make sense to me. I'd like to think that we're trained after 11 months of being on a job. I talked to a bunch of different people to see if I was off base in my thinking, and not a single person out of the almost 30 people I talked to from all different fields and walks of life thought this was a reasonable ask. I went on and talked to several different city clerks in other municipalities and similar size to ours. If this goes through, which I'm sure it'll pass 6-1, this will be the highest paid clerk out of the 8 that I talked to. Every single one of them had substantially more experience. As a whole, doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I get it. From their standpoint, I'd probably ask for the same, but I wouldn't expect to get it. In the private sector, this would never fly, like not even close. And maybe it's a government thing I'm not hip to. I don't know. I know the majority of people up here work for the government their entire lives, but this would not fly in any kind of business that I've ever been part of, or any of the people that I talked to thought this was a reasonable ask in the slightest bit. So I'm against this for those reasons. I don't understand as to why. I mean, you know, $32.85 is a lot to pay for a clerk that clearly needs more training. And then there's longevity bonuses on top of that too. And this just seems like an absurd ask, and I hate to be the bad guy and bring this up, but I'm going to, because I'd be a hypocrite otherwise. Thank you.
Any other questions, comments? I'll be voting for this. The reason for it is I believe that the information provided by both Ms. Wood and our council clerk now, who's been here for 3 decades, is that starting at the end of January, to council clerk's retirement is a needed time to go full-time for all of the tasks that are required to do. In terms of a comparison to private sector, private sector people train their people, they pay their people, they get bonuses, they do what they do. So I don't believe that that's pertinent to this discussion, nor is it the possibility that people up here will work for the government for most of their careers. I don't know if that's true or not. I really don't care. I know there are people up here who don't.
I know you don't
work
care.
in the private sector and serve our community. They know what they're talking about in terms of the private sector. But the bottom line is, I believe it's a reasonable request. It doesn't start till the end of January, so I will be voting for it. Any other questions or comments? Okay, Gwen?
Corley?
No.
Sure.
Yes.
West?
Yes.
Lucas?
Yes.